Our next guest tonight works as a file clerk at a Cleveland hospital. He also writes comic books which deal with his day-to-day pains and pleasures, and this is an anthology of the 9 of those comics. It's entitled American Splendor. From off the streets of Cleveland, folks, please say hello to Harvey Pekar. Harvey, come out here. Hi, Harvey. You have to come around here. Good. Have a seat.
What do you mean calling me curious, you know? I mean, I met you before the show, you know, and...
I meant curious in a fascinating way.
Oh, all right.
A man who has the presence of one who is quite fascinating.
Okay, because I met you before the show. I thought you were a pretty nice guy, you know. And
yeah, well, I think
I made him, you know, I might be nursing a viper in my bosom. You know, something like that.
You're a little defensive about this, huh?
Yeah, I am, man. I'm waiting for those Cleveland jokes, you know. Go ahead.
All right, settle down, Harvey.
Yeah, all right. I'm a man.
Now let's explain to folks who may not be familiar with your work what it is you do here exactly. You have comic books about you in your daily life in Cleveland.
That's right.
And are they embellished at all, or is it pretty much factual?
It's all true, David. All true.
Yeah, and how long have you been doing this?
What, writing comics?
Yeah.
Well, for about 14 years. That's, you know, but I've been publishing my own stuff for about 11.
Yeah. And you also have a regular job in Cleveland working at a hospital.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Now, it seems to me that you're...
Aiding the sick, yes.
Aiding the sick. Well, that's certainly noble work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it seems to me, Harvey, that you have a very successful career here. This is being published by a major publishing company, Doubleday.
That's right.
And why do you maintain the day job?
To make a living. I don't make a living as a writer.
Yeah.
I've been writing for many years, David. Maybe more years than you've been alive. You know, and yeah, I know that my youthful appearance belies, you know, my actual age.
Yeah.
But I've been around for a long time.
But I have a feeling, though, if you wanted to, you could probably get by on what you make selling your work, because I know people are after you to write other things, and you're publishing this anthology.
What do you mean? What people? What people? What are you talking about?
Well, I know that you you know that
I'm no showbiz phony. I'm telling the truth.
Now
Go on, man.
Now you can't.
I don't want to make you look bad.
You mean to tell me that other people haven't contacted you about writing literary criticism for various publications?
Well, I mean, you know, like
you could make a living as a writer.
What do you mean? How do you know all that stuff? I can't. Man, I've been writing since I was 19 years old, man. I'm now 47. For nationally, you know, you don't believe it. I'm 8 years older than you, man. I don't look it, man. You look 8 years older than me, man. You look bad.
I look bad?
You look bad compared to me, yeah.
I look bad compared to you.
Yeah.
It's the hairpiece.
Yeah, well,
okay, now
this is mine.
No.
Not that much, but it's all mine. Right. I don't rely on any, you know, prostheses or anything like that. That's a technical word.
Have you thought about a decaffeinated coffee?
Next thing you know, it's going to be, you know, like urinalysis.
No, come on. Now, but I'm serious. You have the magazine.
I can't make a living at it.
All right, you can't make a living.
I can't make a living at it. I can't make a living as a writer.
But see, I think maybe, and this is only me conjecturing here, that what you're unwilling to get, you don't want to lose the daily activity and the daily contact with ordinary people.
Yes, that's right.
So it's not so much
Where'd
the
you
money.
Find that out?
It's not so much
Must have been somebody briefed you on me.
It's not so.
Some of your writers.
It's not so much that you can't get by without the day job.
Right.
You like the contact with the everyday people.
I can't get by without the day job.
Okay.
That's the God's truth. Right. I can't. What do you want? You know, like when I was writing for Downbeat, I was getting like $4 for a record review. Okay. A lot of people I write for, I get nothing for. I finally had a book review in the New York Times. I got $2.50 for it. Okay. Well, I shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
Probably queer myself at the time.
Okay. Now let's go on to other matters. You've proven your point, and I'm sorry if I touched the sore spot.
That's okay. No, it's all right, David.
Okay.
I'm a big man. I can shrug it off.
All right. Now, good. Now, the people you work with appear as characters in your work, don't they? Now, do they know that they're in the comic books?
Most of them do, yeah.
And how do they feel about that?
They love it.
Yeah.
They like it. You know what I mean? Like they like to be on your show, too.
They're flattered about
They're flattered, you know? Yeah. People like publicity. They think it's a big thing. You know?
And do all of them that are in the books know they're in the books, or some don't have any idea?
A few of them don't. Most of them do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really very many unflattering portraits that I've done of people. I do stuff accurately. A lot of the stuff is pretty serious, actually. Some of it's humorous. What I'm trying, I'm focusing on everyday life, rather than the highs and lows of people's, lives. And
sure. Why did you select comic books as a forum for that? Why couldn't it have been a series of essays or articles or whatever?
Because it's a, it just goes along. It's a wonderful medium. It's as good an artistic medium as any other medium. It's words and pictures, and you can do anything you want with words and pictures.
Yeah.
There's no limit to how good the words can be. There's no limit to how good the pictures can be. And but it's considered a junk medium because it's always been aimed at a lowest common denominator audience.
Sure.
But it's very the potential of it has just hasn't been exploited to any extent.
Do you ever one day see yourself writing a screenplay or writing something that might reach a broader audience? Television show? Have you ever written a TV script?
No, I haven't. I had a play based on my comic book. But a screenplay or a theater play is very similar to my comic book stuff. Or a comic book script, because what it involves is writing dialogue, and it involves instructions either to the actors or to the Relax. Don't worry about it.
I know. I'm not worried about it. You don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it either.
I got
a job.
I know you've got a job. I've got a job. We're both very lucky. We both have jobs.
Well, what's the matter? Look, man.
We got to go. Harvey, I like you. I'm on your side.
All right, man.
I enjoy the comic books.
Okay.
And here, quickly, tell us about the little doll here.
My wife made it.
You're okay. And they're
am I giving you a hard time?
No, you're not giving me a hard time.
No,
you're not making me nervous. We have to go now. And I just wanted to mention that these are for sale.
Yes.
They're made out of your old clothing.
That's right.
Yeah. And what do these go for?
$34.
$34? $34 for this?
What are you, cheap? You cheaper than me?
Well, no, but would you pay $34 for that?
No, but I'm not asking it. My wife is.
Oh, I see. We'll do a commercial. We'll be back here with Harvey. You're going to stick around. With Harvey Pekar from off the streets of Cleveland. And you mentioned your wife. She was making those dolls, and I imagine you're probably selling those. Are you an easy man to be married to, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. The problem is my wives haven't thought so.
How many times have you been married, Harvey?
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
And how long have they lasted?
First one about 12 years.
12
the next
years?
one about 3.
Yeah.
This one's, it's like 3 years and counting, And I'm a good guy,
You're a nice guy? Easy going?
I think so.
You're cheap, though, aren't you? You're cheap.
I'm a little tight, a little tight.
Yeah. And you eat a lot of junk food, probably?
Yeah, I eat a lot of... Not on this show, though. You guys just got liquid stuff out there. You don't have any...
So you came here looking for handouts, didn't you? You thought maybe we'd have finger sandwiches or crackers and pate?
Anything, man. Donuts or anything. This is the big time. Look, listen, man, in Cleveland, at least I get donuts.
You get donuts in Cleveland?
I get, something, man.
Well, Brokaw ate all the donuts. I'm sorry, but...
Is that right?
Now,
I thought he only ate fish.
On the cover of your anthology here, it has a little scenario, you on a talk show, and that's you.
Right.
And you're saying, geez, 9 years ago when I started, I never imagined being on a talk show.
Right.
Well, now you're on a talk show.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, first of all, that idea came from a guy who worked with Doubleday. The general idea, I wrote the dialogue, but a guy named Mike Barson, who put this thing over with Doubleday, thought up that idea.
Yeah.
So, what do I think about it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a way to, publicize the thing. Look, what's the big deal, I don't want to be a celebrity.
Yeah, you don't want to be a celebrity. Yeah.
Don't you think that there's problems in being a celebrity?
There's problems.
Do you like being a celebrity?
There's problems at all levels of existence.
Man. There's some questions I've been meaning to ask.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever even seen this show, Harvey?
I've seen it twice. Hey, shut up, man.
You're just playing with him, aren't you? You're just playing with him a little. Yeah, it's just yeah.
No, look.
Now, how are things in Cleveland going?
What do you mean, how are things? They're going all right, What a dumb. You think that, how are things in Indianapolis going?
Pretty well. Pretty darn well.
All right, they're going pretty darn well in Cleveland. I'm doing all right, man. You know, I got a job.
You got a job?
I work with nice people.
When do you retire?
The Indians are.
When do you retire from your job at the hospital?
Did somebody ask you to ask me?
No,
that?
I just want to know because I have a feeling you mentioned your chief. The fact you're probably.
I got 9 years to go and I get a pension.
Yeah, you're squirreling away a lot of money on this book deal, but you don't want to give up the pension, isn't that it?
I don't want to give up the pension, no, man.
Yeah.
Well, I worked there 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think I'm stupid? I'm making, you know, maybe last year I made $2 grand on comics.
Yeah.
But that was the first year I ever broke even on them.
But see, Harvey, you're the embodiment of the American dream.
Who said that? Who said that? Look, man. Admittedly, I should be the embodiment of the American dream.
Well, I think you are. You're
think so?
a man from the heartland of America who
much as you, yeah.
Yeah, but
the greatest who's your wit since Herb Schreiner.
Herb Schreiner was a terrific man.
He was a great man.
Yeah.
He talked different from you. And twang. He was from a rural area.
Well, that's so what? We all talk about.
Right. I'm just making a point. I'm a great admirer of you know who I like a lot, George Ade.
George Ade, yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, I know of him. Don't know him,
you
but know
haven't
him.
read his stuff?
You sure?
You're from Indiana?
Yeah.
I'm reading a biography about Theodore Dreiser now that I'm supposed to review.
Yeah.
I have my.
How much are you making for that?
I don't know, $65, maybe. It's the truth, folks.
All right, Harvey.
They told me to come out here and do anything I wanted. I don't care, man.
You know, that's the same thing NBC tells me every night.
Yeah.
But I feel pretty much the same way you do.
We're both making a living, that's all right.
We're all both doing all right.
We're doing all right.
All right, now, Harvey, let me ask you something. Will you come back and talk with us again sometime, or is this it for you?
Yeah, I'll come back if you pay for my plane fare, my hotel room. Should I tell them how much I make on this thing?
Yeah. No, well, sure. Tell them how much
All right,
you make.
I make $100 on this thing.
You're making more than $100
What are you
on
talking about? What are you
Harvey's
lying?
making $100? How did we get Harvey for $100? Oh, because you're pushing
Hey, Jelly Roll Morton. Hey, come here, man.
No, that's it.
Come here. It's $100.
It's $100, but you also get a chance to advertise your doll, which
Well, we'll
goes
see
for.
how it moves. We'll see how it moves.
We'll be right back. Okay, my apologies to Drake Sather, a young comedian who was to be with us tonight. We ran out of time. Gosh, I wonder why. And he'll be back as soon as we can find an opening from him. A very funny young man from Seattle. Also, my thanks to Tom Brokaw. That's all right. We'll have donuts next time you come in. Tomorrow, Paulina Portskova, John Waters, and Bonnie Raitt. Have a nice night, folks. Thank you very much. You know, this is such a great show, and it's our second show of the new year, and since it is the new, I'm afraid to say it now, I think what I'm going to do, Paul, if you'll cover me for a second, you know, there's this other television show in production right across the hall. It's called Live at 5, and it's a very good afternoon program featuring Jack Cafferty and Sue Simmons and Al Roker and Chauncey Howell. No, he went to ABC. In fact, as a matter of fact, let's now think of everybody who used to work over there who's now at ABC. Katie Kelly? Who was that? Katie Kelly? She's now at ABC. Dr. Frank Fields, he used to be part of the show. He's now at CBS. Give you an idea what kind of operation they got going over there. Are we ready to go now? Well, I thought maybe I had the thumbs up earlier, and then... Oh, so we're out of sync now. So as soon as they're ready over there, we're going to go over it.
They're in a commercial right now. They're in a commercial now.
You know, what I want to tell the world is that this is not the old show you're used to watching. No. Ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, this is the all-new Late Night 87. And here is just a word of caution. When we do the new logo, when that comes flashing at the screen like that, don't sit too near the set. In fact, you probably want to leave the room because that really almost triples the amount of radiation coming off your screen. True. Now we're ready to go? Oh, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over, and they're on the air live now, and we're going to plug tonight's show on their program, and it'll... Thank you very much. Here's our green room. It's full of guests. Oh, here's Harvey Pekar, ladies and gentlemen, from Cleveland. Nice to see you, Harvey.
Listen, man,
we're going to go across the hall, Harvey, and we're
you
going
know
to
the guy
visit the
that,
folks at Live at 5. Harvey started without me, you noticed.
Shut up, man.
Okay, here we are out in the hallway. How do you do? Nice to see you. How are you, Biff?
Hey, listen,
down
man,
there are the elevators, and down there are the many offices of our fellow employees here at NBC. Harvey, when do we get inside? Thank you very much. Are you with the network? Okay, thank you, sir. And there's the makeup room, and there's various folks getting their makeup for Live at 5. Hi, thank you very much. What is your name? Susie, nice to see you. Thank you. Very good, thank you so much. Who was that? And this is the studio where they're doing Live at 5. Oh, they're in the middle of a story. There's Al Roker over there. Al Roker over there. And there's Jack Cafferty and Sue Simmons. So let's go. Harvey, just for a second. Come on, sorry, just for a second.
It's the new year, and it's traditional in the new year.
Is this your wallet?
That's
my wallet, okay. Excuse me, just a second. Come on in, Harvey. This is Harvey Pekar. This is Jack Cafferty.
Harvey,
and
nice
this is Sue Simmons. Harvey Pekar.
Harvey Pekar, nice to see you.
And this is Al Roker. Harvey's from Cleveland. Harvey's on the show tonight.
What are you doing here?
I work here now.
Anyway, what we wanted to do was come over and explain to you what we're going to do on the program tonight. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, Jack. Harvey's on the show, and you know it's not the old
a little bit.
late night that you're accustomed to. It's brand new. It's late night 87 is what Well, that's still debatable at this point, Jack. And we're also, I have a clip of the show that you're going to see a little bit later. If we could roll the clip of tonight's program. Yeah, and there it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
this is all part of tonight's wonderful show.
It's finally sunk in, at least for me personally.
Yeah, we've
here in
really
New York,
knocked
and I think
ourselves
for
out.
my fellow New Yorkers as well. The holidays are over, and people are starting now to realize that
it's a wonderful
shoplifted
age
items
we're living
are
in,
not
isn't it?
returnable.
All right, Harvey, let's you and I leave these good people alone. Okay, Sue, nice to see you. Happy New Year to you. Bye-bye. Take care, Al. Jack, nice to see you. Al, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay. If we can just get Harvey to come out of his shell, I think we'll be all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I tell you what, we're going to do a commercial, and then we'll be right back for more of this wonderful television entertainment. Harvey, this is not wrestling. Just go on out.
I know. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Welcome back to the show. Paul, how come you don't go with me sometimes when I do those? Why don't you come along sometimes?
Well, I wasn't invited. I'd love
Well,
to.
you should have just maybe invited yourself along and helped out where you could. That would have been fun to have
It was
you
fun to watch from over here.
Yeah, I bet it was.
There's a lot of
Yeah, I like to watch
fun.
people squirm.
You dropped in. You were down the hall.
Yeah, we were down the hall.
You were doing your own show.
Yeah.
You
And we
heard they were
dropped in.
across the hall. You had to go over and visit. That's all. It's valid show business.
Listen, Paul,
thing.
today is the day that all of our new interns are here.
Yeah.
All of our new college interns have joined us. You know, we go through, 3 or 4 batches of interns a year? 3 or 4. About 3 or 4 batches of interns a year. And Paul, this year, I want you and myself especially to take some time to get to know the young kids.
Well, let's have a dinner. Let's have a roast.
No.
Immediately roast one of the interns.
I want to learn all about them. What makes them happy? What makes them sad? And I want to spend quality time with the kids. Okay?
You got to spend quality time. It's more important, really, than quantity.
You know, in fact, we should have sent interns over there instead of me. That's more a job for an intern, don't you think?
Let's take it again. Let's go over there one more time.
No, I don't think we'll go over there again. You all set?
Yeah. Are you ready to do the show?
No.
Come on, get your old self back. Get yourself.
Let me tell you
gear.
who's here on the program tonight. Oh, geez, for some reason Harvey's plane got stuck in Cleveland. So he won't be with us. Jerry Seinfeld, funny young man, is here. And Baron Christian de Massy. Christian de Massy.
No. No.
Huh? De Massy. Christian de Massy. De Massy. Close enough? So that's the show for tonight. And we're certainly glad you've selected us as your viewing entertainment for the evening. All right, let's begin, shall we?
Yeah. Hit it.
Huh?
Hit it.
Listen to Harvey whining back there. Like the show will instantly get better when he comes out. He's whining now about that. What's the matter, Harvey?
He's upset.
Come on, man, you're wasting all this time.
All right, go back and I'll give you the introduction. It'll be great. No. Go back. No, go back and I'll introduce you. Come on. No, come on back. We got to do it. It's a show. We have a rundown. Everything has to be. Go on back there. Go on back there. It'll be here. I'll be introduce you. It's show business. That's right. I'll introduce you. Get in there, Harvey. Just get in there.
Get off.
Do we have a handler for Harvey? Okay, Harvey, go back there.
No. Get in here.
I'm going
to.
What?
I'll introduce Harvey. He's over there visiting with his new friend Paul.
Yeah, I know.
He says he knows.
I know Buzzy.
It's somewhat of a pleasure to welcome our
Buzzy's in
guest back to
Cleveland?
this program. He lives in Cleveland, where in between his job as a file clerk at a veterans hospital, he writes and publishes this autobiographical comic book, which is entitled American Splendor. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the lovable Harvey Pekar. Harvey, come on. How are you? Have a seat. First of all, Harvey, thanks for coming back to do the show. And how was your New Year? Did you have a good celebration?
I don't care about holidays, man. It was all right.
Yeah.
Every day's the same to me, man.
Do you
I didn't work. That makes me feel
you had the
good.
day
That's
off?
all.
Do you get together with friends for New Year's?
No, man. I try not to. I don't have any friends anyway.
You have no friends?
You could say that.
Yeah.
I like to sit home and read. I don't like to be bothered.
Are you a sports fan?
Yeah, I'm a sports fan.
So you must be wildly excited about the success of the Browns?
I'm happy, but I mean, I didn't come to New York to rub it in or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
I'm happy, but I didn't do it. They did it.
No,
they should feel good. You know what I mean? I don't take
I know.
the credit for what other people do.
You're a little defensive about this, Harvey.
You always tell me I'm defensive. I don't even pay attention to you anymore.
But you're happy.
Ridiculous.
But you're happy about the success of the Browns,
I'm
aren't
happy
you?
about the success of the Browns, and the Indians led. You cut me off on it. The Indians led the majors in batting last year, 284. They got up to 5th place for Cleveland, boy.
Yeah, so that was good.
That's great.
So it's been a good year for Cleveland sports.
It's been a good year. The Cavaliers had a hell of a draft. Are you into basketball?
Casually,
You're from
I don't follow draft choices like you do, but I'm
you're from Indiana.
Indiana,
That's
it's a big sport.
Johnny Wooden and everything, but you
That's
don't care
right.
for that, huh?
Well, no, I didn't say that. I like basketball.
Not that much.
I don't pore over the
right.
fine print in the sports pages.
Okay,
I know
right.
that the Indiana
Are
Pacers.
you a sports fan?
I would say, sure, a casual sports fan. I enjoy
All right.
sports. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite sport?
I like baseball pretty well. Baseball.
Okay. All right. Okay. Enough.
Now,
Of that.
how about a Super Bowl prediction?
I got no. So what am I? A seer? I only bet on sure things, man. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win.
Are you betting on the Browns?
No, I'm not betting on nobody.
Uh-huh.
I bet on factual stuff. Like if a guy, tells me, somebody won more games than somebody else or something, I know he's wrong. I'll bet on that.
Oh, I see.
I
So
don't
little
take chances
bar
with
bet
money.
kind of things. What's the biggest wager you've won or lost?
I don't know, man. I don't bet much money. Where did you get that? Where do you come up with these questions?
I don't know. I thought for a second that you had brought up the whole
Why
notion
don't
of...
you, let me talk. I want to thank... you're not
I
doing
really
so
should
well.
let him
You're
try and
not-
get a word in edgewise here.
Look, you're not doing well. You're not doing that hot,
We're
You
not
gotta be
doing that
glad.
hot?
Look, I'll show you something, David. First of all, I want to thank, whoever's responsible for these donuts, which were denied me the first time I came here.
Mm-hmm.
And I would offer you want one?
No, I don't. Thank you.
I'll give you a quarter.
That's all right. The donuts were denied you the first time?
Yeah, they were denied me.
Some kind of conspiracy, Harvey?
I don't know. Let me tell you a funny thing about that. I wanted a dozen donuts, man. I wanted a dozen donuts.
Yeah.
They told me that and I came up here, the box had 5 in them.
Uh-oh.
So I raised some hell.
Yeah.
I eventually got them, So
So
anyway,
you got a full dozen?
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Harvey.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
You don't sound sincere. Look at this, man. How do you like that, huh?
What do you got here?
I'm in the encyclopedia there, huh?
We have here a copy of the yearbook 1987 Collier's yearbook encyclopedia.
Right.
And here's, oh yeah.
You like that?
There's a little entry about you, Harvey, and your comic book. By
That's
the way,
right.
how is the comic book doing? American.
The comic book, it wasn't helped a bit by my appearance on the show, David.
Is that right?
I hope that doesn't. I hope that doesn't distress your advertisers. Give me that back,
Oh,
man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well,
That's
I'm not going to
mine.
steal it.
Give me that. Man, look,
have
you
you
know
been
how
on
long it
shows
took me to
before where the host
chisel
has
this?
stolen your personal property?
I haven't been. I don't have that much. Look, man, I don't have that much experience on TV, and better be safe than sorry.
And you get me sized up as kind of a deadbeat, huh?
Not necessarily you. You let all kind of people walk around here, man.
Well,
I don't know. Look,
Yeah.
but I'll tell you, I'm really pleased with this. See who else they got in there, man? Did you see
I'm in
that?
there. No, I
You're
was
in
told
there.
about that earlier today. With
Right
a
next
little
to
mention of the
Lyndon
show.
LaRouche. L.A.
Well, I have no control over that.
I know. Nobody said you did.
It's like you and the
You're
donuts.
getting defensive. No.
No. Now,
right.
now tell people.
Some sparkling repartee, huh, folks?
Harvey,
that?
tell people what the comic book is. What it is. It's give them.
I told them last time they don't buy it. Why should I waste my time?
But see, this way, maybe people who are watching now that weren't watching last time will be interested in what you have to say and go out and buy. It seems like a fantasy to me. I know, but try it.
Look, I write I told them last time I write autobiographical stories.
About your life
me,
in Cleveland.
My life
and you have a
times.
job. You work there in the Veterans Hospital.
What are you trying to go over old ground?
No,
yeah,
when was the last time you were on?
3 months ago. What do you mean?
Well,
You
it's
mean these people
unlikely
don't
that
watch the
people are
show?
committing this stuff to memory.
I thought I was the
Harvey.
only guy who didn't watch the show.
And I understand that your last appearance on this show is also going to be featured in your next comic
That's
book.
right, David, yeah.
Give us a hint of what it's going to be like.
It's going to be like what happened, man. It's not going to surprise you. I took and I transcribed, I got a videotape and I transcribed it. And I'm just going to think about, I'm going to put that in there. That's going to be the main part. And I'm going to have an introductory section about how I got on the show. Courtesy.
How did you get on the show, Harvey? How did that happen?
I mean, you got to promise not to hurt anybody, David,
Yeah.
Well, Steve O'Donnell, your head writer.
Very nice man.
Yeah.
He came to visit in Cleveland.
Yeah, he wanted at me, didn't he?
Yeah. Very talented man.
You wouldn't hurt the guy.
No. Now.
Well, that's who's responsible primarily. Also, Lori Leonard, a beautiful, wonderful girl.
Right. Works on this staff as well.
Yeah, right.
Okay, now.
And, like that.
Now tell me about your life. What do you do in your spare time? You mentioned that you don't have many friends. I know you're married. How's your wife?
How's my wife? Man, you want to give me a... Look, man, my wife is great. She's fine. I didn't know you could think up stuff by yourself, David. You think... My wife is doing fine. She's a wonderful person.
Is this your first wife, Harvey?
No, David, it's my third wife.
Third wife.
Yes. Remember I told you? Third wife. How long have we been married? 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Yeah. Are you an easy guy to get along with, Harvey?
What is it? I got a feeling of deja vu, Dave,
Well, see, we've done like maybe 400 shows since I last saw you, so forgive me if some of this stuff is a rehash.
I leave it to the audience to judge whether I'm an easy guy to get along with. What do you think, David? In your limited experience, I like to talk to you more, but you don't get around here too much, About 2 hours a day, 4 days a week.
I do what?
So you're not around here much. I'd like to have a nice talk with you or something sometime.
Well, we can talk now.
Yeah, I know, but that's just like for about 10 minutes, I came in early to see you. I said, you don't get in here very...
Well, let's do something after the show.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
come on over to my hotel room where you can watch the thing. I'll go out and get some pizza. We'll have some donuts.
Let's go to a play.
No,
Let you and me go to a play.
Look, man, because I have a party I'm hosting over at my hotel room, and I've got these donuts to defray the cost. That's why I'm not even giving any to the Baron back there.
Okay.
But the Baron's getting caviar,
Okay,
I'm
all right,
told by a reliable source.
And well, you get your donuts. So we'll do a commercial, and then we'll be back here with Harvey and myself. Harvey Pekar is here, Jerry Seinfeld, and Baron Christian Dimassi. Dimassi. Baron Christian Dimassi. Harvey, do you have brothers and sisters? You have come from a big family?
No, I got a brother. I'm just counting these to see if there's 12, and I'm making sure. You know, I don't know if these
Would you
are
like
all
a calculator,
auxiliary.
Harvey?
I don't know. No, I got 12 things,
I know.
man, yeah.
Tell me about your brother. What does he do for a living?
Look, man, you know, my brother's a chemist. He's a good kid. And
Younger man than you are?
He's younger than me.
How old are you?
I'm 47.
Yeah.
Man.
You look like you're in pretty good shape. Do you work out?
No, I
Do
don't.
you run? Do you lift weights? Do you play tennis, squash?
No, man. I just lay and read, man.
You lay and read?
I bet. Go ahead. Tell me what you're going to... All right, go ahead. I bet I know what you're going to say. Go on.
What do you think I'm going to say?
No, but if I...
What do you think I'm going to say?
Never mind. Forget it. Forget it.
Now, what was I going to say?
What? You were going to... Come here, Morton. Let's get
No,
Morton.
leave Morton out of this.
No, wait a minute.
Morton doesn't need to come in here.
Well, you were going to talk about those one-handed push-ups I did in Morton's room, right?
You were doing one-handed push-ups?
Yeah, you know, I wasn't going to do them on the show.
Push-ups?
I wasn't looking, man. I'm not an exhibitionist. I'm not like Dick Cavett, you know?
What?
That's where you got
Dick
it.
Cavett was doing one-handed push-ups in your room
Dick
as
Cavett
well?
always wants to do.
Huh?
Dick Cavett likes to do that stuff. You don't do that stuff, do you?
What's that, one-handed push-ups?
Yeah.
I've never even seen one done. Do one for us, Harvey.
No, I'm not going to do it. Give me the box back.
I'll give you that.
Hey, man.
I'll give you the other.
Give me the
Just do one. Wait a minute, hold it. Drum roll. Hands on. Isn't this a great country we live in, Harvey?
Yeah,
That you can come on and do the
show,
one.
yeah.
Now you must be. That's tough to do. You're quite a strong fellow, then, aren't you?
I'll leave it up to you to make that determination. It's all relative.
Now, are you making? Do you ever think you'll be in a position where you'll leave your day job, or do you want to hang on to that as long as you can?
David, I would like to hang on to my day job until I'm very, very wealthy, because I find that it's very rewarding to work on my day job. I got a lot of
Keeps
years
you in contact with the real people of this world, doesn't it?
Right.
And
Yeah,
that's
right.
where your friends are, isn't it, on the job?
My friends are on the job.
Mention who your friends
Well,
are.
all right. David, listen.
And are they
since
watching
you're-
back in Cleveland?
Yeah, they're watching.
Yeah.
Listen, since you gave me this opportunity, this is a golden opportunity. First of all, what do you... There's guys that everybody's coming up, mention me, all right. Greg Coleman, all right, you wanted 30 seconds, but I got to...
What does Greg do?
Greg, he works in, like the travel section or something. He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And Toby Radloff...
You ever take him out to dinner?
What are you... I'm a tight guy, man. I don't talk... I'm moonshine. You don't know. He gives me food, though.
He
That's
gives you
why I
food?
mention him.
Yeah.
I mention
But do you
people
guys
give me-
hang out together? Do you go places? Do you go like to see a Holiday on Ice or anything when they're in town?
How much time? I wanted more time, man.
Well,
but
of
you're
course
making
you
this
wanted
too-
more time. It was either donuts or time, Harvey, and you blew it.
Look, man. No, and there was a woman, Martha Walton, out there, wants a husband, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess Clyde Carter, I mentioned your
Harvey,
name.
it's good to see you again. Now, you like coming on the show, don't you? You enjoy coming on the show, don't you?
You pay me, man. I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
You don't pay me. I'm not coming here for $100, man. I'm not
No,
coming.
well, you're
I
getting
got
more than
$4.90 now.
$4.90, yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
You
I don't
like-
have to sell books. I don't have to do anything.
But you come because you like being with me, don't you?
I don't even know you, man.
Okay, we'll be right back. It's Harvey Pekar. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. And during that commercial, folks in the audience were saying that they thought that tonight's program was perhaps our greatest show ever. Thank you very much. Thank you. Our first guest this evening, this man is a fascinating individual, quite creative, quite talented. He is a file clerk at a Cleveland hospital. That's what he does by day. And he's also quickly becoming one of America's most popular comic book writers. This is his latest anthology right here. It's called More American Splendor. From the streets of Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the one, the only, you know him, you love him, Harvey Pekar. Harvey, come on out, buddy. Harvey. Hi, Harvey. Nice to have you here. Please have a seat.
I see you're off to your usual slow start, man.
Well, Harvey, we wanted to get you out as soon as we could to kind of salvage the night for us.
Yeah, well,
how you doing?
Too long.
Did you get my?
Yeah, I got your questions here.
No, but did you get my letter? I sent you.
Yeah, I got your letter, Dave.
Harvey wrote a piece for the Cleveland Plain Dealer.
Yeah.
What, a couple of months ago?
It was very touching, man. I appreciate that very much. As a matter of fact,
I enjoyed the piece.
It's funny you should mention that. Thank you. It's funny you should mention that because that touched me, and I'm keeping your letter as a memento. But I made this is not rehearsed. This just felt right, man. I made a.
Well, you have the copy of the letter.
I made a copy of the letter here for you with your spelling errors corrected there.
Well, 98. 98 on the letter. Well, that's very nice. Harvey is grading my personal correspondence.
That's right.
I appreciate that.
You know, and that's pretty good for a guy who went to Ball State, which is a party school, right?
No, it's not a party school. It's a fine state institution.
Yeah,
Harvey, what are you doing with your eyebrows?
Look, man.
You got a little something going there.
I came all the way here from Cleveland.
A little Zero Mostel or something there, aren't you?
I look a little disheveled because, you know, I had to do this gig on 1 day's notice.
Yeah, and I appreciate you coming in on short notice. Now, do you have...
So, if, you know, like, I don't want to, you know, screw these questions here. I got these questions. Half these questions I don't want to answer. And the other hand, you know, like... And the other half, I told him I want to talk about him, and I don't want to talk about him. It's because, you know, like, when I want to talk about those guys will stop me. They're afraid. You know.
Okay. Are Lieber and Stoller ready? Because we could... How many hits do you have, Harvey?
What do you care how many hits do I have?
Well, what do you want to talk about? How's your book? Now, this is your second book, right? Your second anthology?
It's doing all right.
Yeah, did the first one do pretty well?
No, it didn't do. It didn't. Why do you think I'd be out here? I'm trying to hype this first book and the second book.
But
let me hype it, man. You can't sell nothing.
What is the price of the first book? How much does it go for?
$6.95.
$7. It's a pretty good deal.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Let me tell you, folks. I came all the way from Cleveland up here on 1 day's notice. You would have dead air without me. I want you to buy
Wait a minute. Let's let him vote. Which would you rather have had?
I don't know. Anyway, if I could get half of them to buy the book, I'd do good. All right, this is $6.95 and $7.95. Now, this is good stuff, folks.
Yeah.
Now, you know, like...
It's entertaining reading. I think it's fun.
It's more than that. It's deep, man.
It's deep, yeah.
It's deep. Yeah. Now, look at here. This is... You know, this isn't this superhero crap. This is the good stuff. Yeah, this is about life here. I've been praised by the New York Times here in the back.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Herald Examiner.
Harvey, why don't you make yourself a superhero like you're talking about?
Because I have some in common with them, but, you know, man, what did you call me, man? Like, I don't know, something like one of, you know, the ideal of, you know, like American youth or something. I can see that. Anyways, these books, and I just won some kind of award, man. From the Before Columbus Foundation. They probably won't give it to me now I'm on this show. But I got that, and this book here, I come out here too early. The book's not on this, in the stores. And I know that this audience, they're probably not great readers, you know what I mean? They want to thrill a minute, you know, laugh a minute.
All right, Harvey, let's
Wait a minute, what do you mean? Okay. So buy this stuff. You understand? And if the guy don't have it, ask him to get it, and go in and get it, you know, like a couple of weeks later, you know, ask him if he got it in. Put a deposit on it.
You know,
follow it up.
Harvey, I think people will buy now because they'll remember your pleasing personality.
Yeah, well, that's all right. You got to do something, David.
They'll say to themselves, my, what a nice young man Harvey was, and I'd be happy. I'd be proud to purchase one of his books.
Yeah, right. Give me those back. They're not yours. They're
well,
mine.
you'll get them back after the show. I'm not stealing them from you.
On the side?
Well, to clear, because you have other things to present. Would you feel more comfortable, Harvey, if these were over there? All right, there you are.
What a story.
All right. Now we have to do a commercial, Harvey.
All right.
Just relax. Get a hold of yourself. We'll be right back here with...
I'll tell you about my trip to Biff.
Pekar is with us. And, you know, it's interesting to me that you write the comic books, but you don't actually do the illustrations. You hire very well-known comic book illustrators to do that, don't you?
They're not all well-known. You know, there's a couple of them that are well-known.
Like, what, R. Crumb? Is that the guy? He's pretty well-known.
Yeah,
Sure,
he's
yeah.
well-known,
Does he
yeah.
work on this one?
Yeah, he worked on it.
Yeah. No, well, I think that's interesting. It's a nice approach. Don't you think that's interesting?
Yeah, it's a nice, interesting approach.
But do you find, Harvey, that people are less than satisfied when they discover that you're not actually drawing the photos, the drawings, rather?
You want to talk about my trip to British Columbia or anything, David?
Well, no, we can talk about your trip, but I just was wondering what the reaction was when they see, oh, I guess Harvey doesn't draw those.
Oh, nobody cares.
But as a wouldn't you feel better about selling the book if you were doing all the work yourself? If you were actually doing the drawings, like many cartoonists write and draw their own strips, don't they?
Yeah.
So
what?
Well, I'm just saying, wouldn't that give you more peace of mind if you were doing both of them? Wouldn't it be a little easier to look at yourself in the mirror when you get up in the morning, Harvey?
Oh, man. No, I don't care.
You don't care? That doesn't bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me.
All right.
Why would it?
How about this guy? What do you think of this guy? The sexiest man alive. Sexiest man
I don't
alive.
care nothing about him, man.
Sexiest man alive? Are you kidding me? 1987?
Man, get that out of my face. I don't care about
All right, now let's talk about your trip to the Great Northwest.
Yeah, I went up to British Columbia.
Oh, that's
man.
beautiful up there. Vancouver?
I went up, no, Victoria.
Victoria.
I went up there to lecture at college up there.
It's an island, Victoria, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an island.
Yeah.
No, Vancouver's the island. Victoria's the capital of British Columbia. I went up there to lecture at a college up there.
But isn't Victoria one of the islands out in the...
Vancouver's the island, and Vancouver's a city that's on the mainland. You got that?
Right, but then Victoria would be the island if Vancouver were on the mainland.
I don't know what you're talking about. Man. You don't know what you're talking about either. Anyways, I went out there, and I had a nice time.
You look like a lot of guys you see sleeping on buses. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. I had to do the show on one day's night. I realized I look a little disheveled.
No, you look fine, Harvey. I don't look too good. Tonight, I don't look too good myself.
Too good.
No,
I saw
I
you
know.
with that LA Dodgers, that yuppie thing you had on.
It was not. It was a gift from the manager of the Dodgers.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, man.
So you're out there. You go out there to
Listen
lecture.
up my game plan.
I'm sorry. You're out there to lecture.
Yeah, I'm out there to lecture. I had a nice time, and me and my wife went out there.
Joyce?
Yeah, my wife Joyce, and it was very nice. And
She's a nice woman. I've met her.
Yes, she's very nice. You never met my wife. What are you lying for?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
No, Harvey. I never did meet your wife.
Yeah, right. Anyways, they had a benefit dance for me.
A benefit dance?
Yeah, it was nice, man.
Now, did you dance, Harvey?
This was before I went there, man.
Oh,
They
I
had
see.
a benefit dance, but the band was the Rod Ponds.
The Rod Ponds?
Yeah. It came to a guy in a dream, the name.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah.
Benefit dance to raise money for...
For me.
I see.
Yeah, I got $15, man. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. And you blew it all on clothes.
So anyways, you know what?
I'm sorry.
It's all right, Dave. Have a good time.
I know. We're doing what we can.
It's
All right.
your world. I'm just living in it.
Yeah, I know. Did you find... I find that part of the country is
It's beautiful
majestic.
country.
Yeah.
It's beautiful country, Dave,
Yeah.
and it puts me in mind of the days when I was running around the country wild and free with a couple other big buddies of mine before they became big celebrities and media stars like me, Robert Redford and Tom Brokaw.
You spent time with Robert Redford and Tom Brokaw?
We were great friends together. We had a good time together. We were clean living guys.
Was this college
We
or
had a
something?
good
You went to
time.
college
we were
together?
No, we were just struggling guys out in Hollywood and the West out there, and we were trying to make it, man. And we liked to go out there and whitewater raft and rock climb and stuff like that. And we had a good time.
You do a lot of rock climbing to this day?
Yeah, we do a lot of that stuff,
Yeah.
and a lot of guys wanted to hang in there with us, hang out with us and stuff. But like Burt Reynolds always wanted.
is that right?
But we wouldn't let him in the group.
Why not?
Because he wasn't clean cut enough for us. He's got a nasty mustache, so
Yeah. What did you say to Burt?
we told him cut it off, man, and come back. We'll check you out,
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
He's doing all right now.
No, he's doing all right now, and we're all doing all right now.
But I
aren't
see
we?
that, yeah, right. I see Tom is...
Tom is the anchor of the nightly
he's
news here at
doing pretty
NBC.
good.
Very good. Very nice
And,
man.
yeah.
Well respected. Do you like Tom?
Yeah, I like Tom. I see he's a little disturbed now, you know,
Is he
about
disturbed?
this, got this conflict of interest thing he's talking about with GE owning, you know, NBC and all that, you know, and being the third biggest defense contractor.
Yeah.
It's rough, man, you know.
So that will make his job more difficult to be a reporter of what's going on
Well,
in the
you know,
world?
you might have the conflict of interest, you know,
Yeah.
with all that. How you doing with Robert Wright?
Yeah.
Is he doing okay?
I
Is
think
that,
so,
That
yeah.
stuff, you know, about all dead silence, man. I had this whole thing I was going to do.
Sorry, Harvey. Don't be too bad.
Oh, well.
Don't be too hard on yourself. You'll get used to the dead silence.
Yeah. Oh,
You sure
I
do.
will.
Yeah. Well, listen, Harvey, thank you for coming out from Cleveland. It was good
Yeah.
to see you again.
Yeah.
And as always, give my best to the folks back there in Cleveland.
Yeah.
All right?
Thanks.
Harvey Pekar, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
We'll talk to James Tuesday or Wednesday. You know, every time our next guest is in this studio, all of our lives are in serious danger. A big mess is left behind, and once again, I'm forced to hold strange creatures. Here's a tape of what he used to be like. Watch closely.
Well, $100, man. I'm not
No,
coming.
well, you're
I
getting
got
more than
$4.90 now, you know,
$4.90, yeah.
and that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
You
I don't
like-
have to sell books. I don't have to do anything.
But you come because you like being with me, don't you?
I don't even know you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new and improved comic book author, Harvey Pekar. Harvey. Hi, Harvey. Nice to see you. Harvey. You know, Harvey, first of all, thank you very much for putting us on the cover of your new issue of American Splendor, volume number 12, right? That's right. And I read it cover to cover. Very entertaining stuff. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
And you look good, and you sound better. Last time you sound a little hoarse. Now you sound very relaxed, kind of contented.
Man, you don't know what I sound like. Like,
See, if I try and talk like this.
See, that's how you used to sound.
Yeah, right.
And now you sound a little like Vaughn Monroe.
yeah, right. You like? You want me to sing "Racing with the Moon"?
Yeah, let's hear a little.
Go on.
But what has caused the change?
I don't know what's caused the change.
Are you happier now? Are you more relaxed now?
No. I don't know what's caused the change, David. The last time I saw an ENT doctor.
Ear, nose, and throat.
That, very good, David. I didn't know you were up on that technical jargon. The last time I saw an ENT doctor, and this is the truth, he said that, he didn't know what was wrong with me, and I had his advice was that I should, call on my inner resources.
Trying to heal yourself.
$35, that's what I paid for, But
So you went to a top-flight man then, huh?
they're all the same. They're
Yeah.
all the same. I work in a hospital.
You look good. You seem a little more, I don't know, laid back.
No. I keep him. I don't know, man. I feel all right.
That's good. How are things in Cleveland? I always like to hear how things are from the city on the banks of Lake Erie.
That's a stupid question. You know it's a stupid question. You're trying to bait me.
I'm not trying to bait you. Now tell me about Cleveland. How are things? How's the summer? How's the ball team? Are they out of it now?
Well, you want to talk about baseball? Ask me straightforward. Yeah, it looks like a bad year for
Do you go to a lot of games?
I haven't gone this year. I'll go see him.
Yeah.
All right. I'm disappointed. I don't have any pitching. What can I do?
Well, that's
but,
all right.
Yeah.
Always next year. Wait till next year.
Yeah, Dave. Wait till next year.
Now, Harvey,
know why.
it's
All right, why
been
don't
called
we
to
get
my
off
attention.
this, man?
It's been called to my attention that you, and I'm guessing as a result of your appearances on this program,
Probably so, David.
have been offered your own television show.
As a matter of fact,
Is that true?
Folks, I want to tell you, that's the truth. That is. I don't want to tell you what network. I mean, it wasn't anything. It was like an offer to do a pilot.
A pilot. For whom? Who made the offer?
I don't want to tell you because I turned it down, and I don't want to embarrass you guys.
I'm sorry. Tell us what
I don't wanna
organization.
tell
No. Was it a cable deal? Was it?
Oh, no, it was for another network.
Was it like ABC? I bet it was ABC. ABC?
It was another network.
Because they got nothing, you know. ABC is really hurting.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
CBS. Was it CBS?
Look, man, you're going to get it down to one. No, I don't want to tell you because I was nice to them to make the offer. I don't want to spit on them, you know.
Okay,
it was a nice thing.
What kind of show was it?
It was like a talk show.
Going to be a talk show.
Yeah, it was a talk show.
And then what kind of guests would you have?
I didn't even consider that question because I don't want to do it.
Now, why wouldn't you want to do it?
Well, I'd seen you here.
Yeah, but don't be discouraged by one lousy example.
Look, you want to know? I'll give you a serious
Big
answer.
dough, Harvey. Big money.
Stop interrupting me, will you? I'm sorry. You want to answer? I'm going to give you, you know, the answers. There's a variety of reasons why. First of all, you get co-opted. You can't, not that this is serious, but you can't do anything serious, and it's a drag to go on night after night doing simple-minded bull. You deserve a lot of money. You deserve a lot of money for that. You do. You know,
yeah, but you don't have to be so serious all the time. I mean,
you know, like once in a while, I wouldn't mind it. You know, like on this show, like, you know, like I've been having aggravation for 2 damn days now. You know, like I don't want to. I've been just having a lot of
don't hold
headaches.
back, Harvey. Whatever you're feeling, let it out.
Not all the time, David. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Thank you.
Sometimes, yeah. That old adage got to you, huh? All right. But the thing is that, you know, like I come up with, you know, I've been aggravated, and then like, you know, Morton, your man, asked me all these questions about what I'm going to talk about. You know?
That's standard procedure. Everyone goes through that.
I know.
And when you have your own show, you'll have somebody preparing everything for it. Would you sing on the show, Harvey? Would there be a little singing?
I might.
Would you open the show with a song, maybe?
I might, an aria. I might.
An aria.
But you can't do, you know, like...
You want meat and potato stuff. You want issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to have some issues. And wait a minute.
All right, we'll do a commercial, and then we'll get to some issues.
You messed up a segue, a beautiful segue that I set up. You gonna stick a commercial in here?
Yeah,
I told you about this. All right, go ahead and do your damn commercial.
We'll be right back with Harvey Pekar. All right, we're back here with Harvey Pekar. And again, I want to mention, this is a really nice piece of work.
Man, I got something I wanted to
We're on the cover then.
yeah, all right, fine. But it's better than be on Esquire anyway. It's a jive, yuppie magazine, man. You know. Anyway, I want to tell you, like, you know, you're talking about being, you know, I was talking about being co-opted. And about not
what does that mean
doing nothing
exactly,
serious.
co-opted? What are we talking
like
about
when they
there?
buy you out or something like that. Well, that wouldn't mean
You would have
anything
been
to you.
compromised.
That's right. You know, like a guy like you know, that, you know, it wouldn't have meant anything to you because
No,
you don't...
I sell out like that.
Well, yeah, no, not so much that, but you don't read much, and so some of the stuff don't, you know, mean anything to you. But,
That's right, I don't read much.
that's
You're right, Harvey.
Yeah, we both
That's right.
know that, David. Don't give me no crap.
This is the guy
Anyway,
writing comic books telling me I don't read much.
Look, man, I want to just tell you this. You're always making these little cute remarks about GE, but there's a reason that, you know, people should be, you know, watching GE real close that don't have nothing to do with, you know, Robert Wright's toilet habits. And I want to tell you something about that stuff. No, wait a minute, I'm serious.
No,
Number one.
let's...
Damn it, now, man, don't mess with me. Number one, yes. Number one, they're being sued in Ohio because they sold these nuclear reactors around the country.
Harvey, this is very bad manners.
I don't care, man.
This is very, very inappropriate.
Number two,
do I come to where you're
I don't
working
care.
and badmouth the Veterans Administration?
You could if you wanted to. GE's got a place called Kidder Peabody that they own, a Wall Street firm that they just had to pay $25 million fine on.
See if Jack Hanna is back there with some snakes. Bring out a handful of snakes for Harvey.
They got a long history of antitrust violations.
But again, Harvey, let me just
No,
interrupt here
shut
because...
up.
No.
Look,
I just don't think...
I don't care
not so much out of defense of General Electric, but I just feel that this is not the forum for
I
this
don't
kind of
care. I
discussion.
don't
See,
give a
if you
damn.
had your own talk show,
Robert
Harvey, if you had your own talk show, you could talk about this stuff on your talk show.
Right.
Okay, we'll be right back. Okay. Harvey.
I don't give a damn, man.
Harvey,
Look,
I'm going to ask you something.
I'm doing my thing.
No, you're
Hell
not.
with you,
No, you're a
man.
guest in my house, so shut up.
This ain't your house. We're wasting money.
You show up, you come over to my house, and you sneeze in the hors d'oeuvres.
Where's the mailbox?
Look,
where's
here,
the hors d'oeuvres?
I'm going to
What
ask you,
kind of crap
why don't you come play
Look,
softball
I got
with
my
us? Come and
stuff.
play softball with us tonight.
Oh, man, I'm
Come on,
I
come
want
on.
to go get something.
What, do you
man.
win? You can't play a little softball? Come up and play a little... You are terribly impolite. You are terribly impolite.
I feel my club.
I invited you to play softball, and you make a rude gesture.
Not to you, that was to your audience.
Oh, well, sure. All right. Then you folks can take care of him if you want. My thanks to Jack Hanna and all those wonderful animals. Monday it will be Letitia Baldridge and singer Carl Perkins. Have a good weekend, folks. Good night. Let's get ready for our next guest. Boy, what a lovely weekend here in New York. You missed a great weekend, Paul.
How was your weekend?
Great. I stacked firewood, as a matter of fact.
Did you?
Yeah. You ever stack firewood?
It's never in my life have I ever done that.
You know, some writers turn their lives into art. Our next guest turns his life into comic books. Folks, please welcome back the author of American Splendor, straight off the streets of Cleveland, Harvey Pekar. Nice to see you. Would you, going into that little competition, would you have favored one position over another?
Man, what do you expect me to do with this show, man? I hope you don't blame me for it. It's so screwed up, man. It's a waste.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's screwed up? I thought it was going on
Well, I
quite
don't even
nicely.
want to. Did you get the list of questions I asked you to ask me?
I have them right here,
Go
Harvey.
and ask them, damn it.
I have them right here.
Well, ask them.
We'll get to them in a second.
wait.
But would you have known?
I don't care. I got no comment on that.
All right, let the record show Mr. Pekar
That's
has
right,
no
let it
comment
show.
on
Yeah,
our little
right.
busting down the
That's
door
right.
demonstration.
Yeah.
How have you been?
I'm doing fine, David. How are you?
Oh, I feel
Okay?
pretty good. Yeah,
How are you?
I feel pretty good.
Okay. How are things in New York?
Things here have been all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had a lovely weekend, lovely weather.
What do you hear from back in Indianapolis?
Everything's
Okay?
fine back in
Yeah?
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are things in Glockamore? Are they okay?
Well, you got me there, Harvey.
Yeah, I know I got you there, David. Go on.
How about the? Let's talk a little bit about your reactions to the big stock market crash.
Oh, yeah, that was one I asked you to ask me. What if I, well, I don't know. I don't feel like talking about it, David.
You don't want to talk about it?
Well,
all right?
I'll talk about
No,
it.
no. If you don't want to
All
talk about it, Harvey, we won't
Cross it
talk about
off,
it.
David. Yeah.
You know, Harvey, it was about a year ago this month.
That's right.
Almost
no, it was last month, David.
A year ago last month that you made
Yeah.
your first appearance on the
Right.
show.
Right.
What has happened to you since? Have we
Not
been able?
much, David.
Have we been able to positively influence your life?
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sticking with it. But it's, it's no panacea. It's no panacea. It's slow going. I still have the same job.
Where do you work? Tell people again where you work.
I work at the VA hospital in Cleveland, folks, where I'm a file clerk.
How long have you worked there?
I worked there for about 22 years. I got 7 more years to go. When I retire, I get a pension. You know? Thank you, folks. Yeah.
Now, have you been able to? I know you come on and you mention your comic book and so forth.
That's right.
Have we been able to help the sales of
Very
your?
little, David.
Very
Very
little.
little. As a matter of fact, the...
Why is that, do you suppose?
Well, because, people here apparently don't read much, even when they got pictures to look at. Sorry, folks, but that's it. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give you no slack.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same to you.
I don't suppose that has anything to do with your winning personality, does it? That they...
That's right, David. That's what I'm selling. That's what I'm selling.
Is you.
That's right.
Yeah, you're the
Meanness.
commodity.
That's right. Yeah, my winning personality.
And I understand,
In quotation
I
marks.
understand, Harvey, that there are not one, but maybe several plays about your life in the works. Is that true? Do I hear that correctly?
That's right, David. Let's talk about that for a second,
Okay.
folks. Yes.
Because there might be a little something in it for you.
That's right,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about, money, you know? I mean, just merely being on television isn't much, is it? No,
well-
not for a guy like you, an unsophisticated guy
I'm
who
sorry,
leads
a what?
the world.
Unsophisticated. Well, I don't claim
I
to be
know,
the
you know,
world's
I
most
know,
sophisticated
I know.
person.
Well, you'd never get away with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But I'm guessing you could walk into the finest restaurants in town and...
I could. That's right. That's right.
And deliver meat.
That's right. That's all right. That's all right. That's a big moment for the night. Let him bask in his glory.
Where were we? Now tell me about the plays. Tell me about the plays.
All right. I've got one at the... there was one that was done, the adaptation of my work that was done in Lancaster, Pennsylvania in 1985. There was something...
One-act play?
No, it was like 4 acts. Funny you should ask. There's one currently being done at the Arena Theater in Washington. All you folks in Washington, get out there and go down there and see it. It's been very well received. As a result of it, a guy from New York is talking to me about signing an option and maybe sending it up here. The Arena Theater is a great place. Wait a minute, I get a percentage of the money. You people in Washington, you want to help me out? You're, working for the government, a lot of you, and I could help. I could use a little help out there.
Harvey, when I look at you on the monitor there, I think to myself, you look like every police artist sketch I've ever seen. This is.
Oh, David.
I'm sorry.
What are you telling me? You're sorry.
I'm
You're not
sorry.
sorry.
I know. I shouldn't have said it.
For 3 months.
It's just a thought that flashed across me.
For 3 months, you got your writers work on jokes, because I embarrassed you the last time
That's
I was
right.
G. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Now, did you help write the plays at all? Did they come and talk to you? They
came and talked to me, and they adapted my material. Some of the lines are mine.
Yeah. Well, that must be a big thrill for you.
It is a big thrill.
Yeah, that's a real honor to have your life
is.
depicted on stage.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. How's your wife, Joyce?
She's doing real well.
Yeah, she's also a writer.
She writes and she edits a comic book called Real War Stories.
Real War Stories.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have a copy of it out there?
No, I don't.
No, you
Harvey.
don't, huh?
I'm sorry.
You screwed up.
Were we supposed to have a copy of it?
Well, but that's okay.
What do
David.
you and Joyce do? What's a fun, do you ever have like a getaway weekend, you and Joyce? Do you ever?
Yeah, we had a getaway weekend this weekend. We went up to New York, David.
Oh, you up here?
We're still here, yeah.
So you having a
hell of a time.
Yeah. What do you do for fun when you just want to really relax and get away from the pressure of being a file clerk? I know that came out wrong. I know. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Because I know it's...
That's all right. I forgive you, David.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know your intentions are the best. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, though, Dave. Keep that in mind, too.
Now, did I hurt your feelings?
No, that's all right.
Because it was only a slip of the tongue.
I know, Dave. I know all about you. What do? I like to read a good book, Dave.
Read a good book.
Relax.
Yeah.
Read a good book.
Yeah.
Eat a jelly donut.
Jelly donuts?
That's right.
Yeah.
I can eat them now. My cholesterol's down, so I can eat them again.
Good. Therefore, while you were having a cholesterol problem?
I was, but I conquered it. I went out there and dieted.
Yeah.
I got it down. I have an iron will, David.
Well, I know you do.
Yeah, thank you.
I have the strength of 10 men.
What the hell you think I did?
Well, I knew that would impress him.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Oh, we'll do a commercial, Harvey, and then we'll come back and continue this.
I'm really a godsend on this show tonight.
We're back. Harvey, don't. Now, if I came to your house, don't do that. Because if you ever invited me to your house, I wouldn't put my feet up on your table. Take it off, Harvey. Take it off. Thank you very much.
I just wanted,
but you shouldn't behave that way.
Well, Dave,
no wonder nobody's buying the book. They tune in, they see you like this, and they think, why do I want to give this guy money?
I don't know, but I'd appreciate it if you would, folks. There's some people out there that might.
No, people wouldn't even pick you up hitchhiking, let alone buy the damn book.
I don't give a damn about that stuff, David.
Let's, you want to go back?
Buy my book, folks.
Oh, yeah. You want to go back? How much is the book?
I don't know. I got all different prices. My own books sell for
what do you mean you have all different prices?
Well, some of the books I don't publish myself. Some I do. Just send, if you want to give me some extra money, I'll take it. All right? What can I tell you?
What about a screen?
$6.95, $7.95.
Harvey, what about a screenplay? Do you ever see that? Maybe writing a screenplay?
If the price is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, David.
Now I noticed that every time it seems like whenever you're on this show, within about a week or two, we see a piece published somewhere about your experiences.
That's right, David. Because my stuff is about real life. So, you know, I write about the show. I mean, it's part of my life. Why shouldn't I write about
And
it?
I think, I must say, in all honesty, that the pieces are handled fairly objectively.
Yeah, right.
I think you do a nice job.
I do a nice job. I portray you very well. I always give you the benefit of the doubt. I do.
I appreciate
that. You're a good union man and everything.
Thanks.
I just joined a union.
Did you? Which union are you in?
I'm in AFTRA now, just like you. We're union
Congratulations.
brothers, Dave.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I'm proud to be in the same union with you, man.
Well, let's go to the picnic together.
Yeah, let's do that. You know, or the ice show, right?
The what?
The ice show.
The ice show.
Go to the ice show. Listen.
All right, me and Harvey are going to go see a holiday on ice.
Me and Dave, that's right. Maybe the rest some of the rest.
I knew you loved big skating puppets.
That's right. I like extravaganza. I like that a lot.
Harvey, is there anything you want to cover from your list of questions? Because we've talked about none of it.
That's all right. You know, well, that's
Here,
what
right here.
Unpredictability. You know, that's the key to my appeal, Dave, is unpredictability.
Wait, is there anything you want to mention the stock market at all?
Sure. No, I don't want to talk about the stock market. That was just a sham question I put in there.
I see. To throw us off the track.
That's right, David. Yeah. I'm tricky. I'm a tricky guy.
So what's going on now? Is your wife looting the dressing rooms while you're out here? Is that what's happening? Is this some kind of elaborate... if you don't want to talk about the questions,
You'll
then that was...
find out. Well, everything will become clear to you after the show, David.
Is there anything you want to leave us with,
Dave.
Harvey? Well, you've really not done much. You just came out and you started crabbing and you didn't answer the questions. Is there anything you want to leave us with?
What the hell do I have to leave you with anything for? Just pay me, that's all. You know, I'm not making any kind of money on the show. I had to join the union, man. I had to pay, like, you know, $440 to join the union. But that's okay. I don't complain. I don't try and duck like some of your other guests do and try and keep out of... I mean, I'm for the union, man.
Yeah, all right. Well, good, Harvey.
That's right.
Listen, it's good to see you again. I hope you have a great holiday season.
Thanks a lot.
You heard about the tree. There's not going to be a tree this year.
I could care less.
We'll be back, folks. It's Harvey Pekar. I want to thank our guests who are here tonight. Tony Curtis. You like Tony Curtis?
Seems like a nice fellow, you know.
I mean, do you like
Nice
his
guy.
films? Do you like his work?
I like some like it, huh? You know, he seems like an okay guy.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice
I didn't
guy.
get a chance to talk to the
You didn't
guy.
get a chance
He
to
seemed
meet
like
him?
You know,
Well,
I didn't get a chance to
we'll
meet
set
him.
it up
I
at the
started-
party.
Listen, there's a fellow back there that...
Also, my thanks
like
to
shoes,
the two gentlemen
can we
who helped get us into the locked doors.
shoes for this guy?
Captain,
Gorgeous here?
Captain,
Did you know
whoever the
about
captain
that?
was.
Stand by.
Tomorrow on
Listen,
the
wait a minute.
program.
We've got Dr.
Tomorrow, Late Night's Festival of Destruction continues with Susan St. James and Emilio Estevez.
Sad.
That's great. I'm feeling much better. Thank you very much, Biff. And I guess Biff, you'd really be out of luck if I was dead, right?
Not really, Dave. I'm a regular employee of the network. If you died, NBC would just shift me to another show.
I see.
You know, something else, Biff. If you could prove emotional distress, you'd probably get, a 2-week paid vacation.
Really? Man, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
And Dave, I'll tell you another thing. The Today Show always has a big platter of donuts.
Biff, no, I can't believe what I'm hearing, that a big platter of donuts would take the place. Wow. God.
Are you okay?
Whoa, what a stunning thing.
frightening.
Close for comfort.
I am terrible
shocked.
thing.
Whew.
That was a scare.
God.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Dave.
Okay, there you go. We have to do a commercial. We'll be right back here with the stupid human tricks, folks. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen, and our thanks to those folks who helped us out tonight with stupid human tricks. A lovely assortment, didn't you think, Paul?
Cute, very cute talents they had, yes.
Most people are generally pretty nice if you give them half a chance.
I would say so, yeah. What are you getting at?
Nothing. I'm trying to be really nice tonight.
Optimistic and nice.
Yeah, positive and
Good
happy.
for you.
Thank you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, when Thoreau wrote that most men lead lives of quiet desperation, he obviously had not met my first guest, who happens to lead a life of whining desperation, and writes about it in his American Splendor comic books. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Harvey Pekar. Harvey, come on out here. Nice to see you. Harvey Pekar, ladies and gentlemen. How you been, Harvey?
I've been all right. How you been, Dave?
Pretty good.
Yeah, what'd you do during the strike?
Let's see. I was in Los Angeles for a while, and then I was in New York for a while, and trying to keep busy.
You did. What were you doing trying to keep busy?
Oh, took some small trips, went to
Yeah.
some sporting events, visited with friends, some barbecuing, running, reading, swimming, basketball.
You do any writing?
Did a little writing for, well, would like lengthy letters to my friends.
That's all? Because I heard you had a deal with Disney. And,
Yes,
you
I
know,
have a deal with this.
why don't you do something for him, you know?
Okay.
Kind of get out of the rut you're in.
Rut?
Yeah.
How would you describe the rut, Harvey?
We do the same thing all the time, you know, over and over every night.
Harvey, you didn't get the memo about the dress code, I guess, did you?
I think I'm looking real nice. Everybody else compliment. You're a
Oh,
hard
yeah,
guy.
you
You're a
can't go out
hard
with
guy.
a green
You're a hard
t-shirt,
guy.
Harvey.
What are you talking about, man? This looks nice.
Yeah, no, it really
You don't
is.
look so hot yourself. Sneakers and a suit. That looks weird, man.
So let's talk about your summer. What did you do this summer?
I worked. What did you do?
I just kind of covered
Yeah, I know
myself.
you covered it. You didn't write, just lengthy letters. Okay.
Did you take trips? Do you take vacations? Do you...
No. This is my
Weekend
vacation.
trips?
After I get through with this show, it's going to be my vacation.
Where are you
know,
going to go?
Oh, I'm in New York, Dave.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to take my vacation in New York.
yeah.
After the show, this is work. Then I have vacation.
Right.
A few days. Yeah.
Okay.
You look stumped, Dave.
You're
What's the
doing...
matter?
I get the sense... Are you meditating now, Harvey?
No, I'm talking. Can you hear me? I'm talking.
yeah,
That's
I
not
can-
meditation.
I can-
Talking is audible.
yeah.
Meditation is silent.
That's right.
Dave.
Did you watch either of the conventions, the
No, I
Republican?
didn't. I didn't. Because, it
Why
was
is
a
that?
foregone conclusion, Dave, and I got to go to bed early at night
Yeah.
anyway. So that's how I knew that Dukakis and Bush would each win. I can't, though, express my preference for a candidate because I'm a federal employee and it would be a violation of the Hatch Act.
Right.
And, I'd hate to do anything illegal, especially in front of your millions of viewers, Dave.
Yeah. But who? Well, I think well, no. There's no way you can even.
You want to know what my politics are, Dave?
No, not really. Let's
I'm
talk
a
about
strident leftist, Dave. I'm a
Strident
strident
leftist.
leftist. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I could have guessed half of that.
You could have. You could have guessed all of it, Dave.
I guess
You
you're
were
right.
here.
Yeah.
You were here the night of July 31st last year. Do I sound like Howard Cosell, Dave?
Yeah, it's
No?
pretty good.
Really?
You're doing
Thanks.
impressions
I'm
now,
doing-
Harvey.
Yeah, well, sort of semi-impressions. I'm semi-impressionable. Go ahead, Dave.
What about? We have to do a commercial.
Oh, all right. Okay. Aren't you going to hold up my book, Dave? I got something to sell here. Thanks. The front. Show them the front,
Harvey,
Dave.
I want you to savor this appearance.
I will.
Here's Harvey's book, ladies and gentlemen. It's a comic book. It's a comic book, and these are actual stories from your actual life,
That's
more
right.
or less, and
Yeah.
the friends that you work with.
Yeah. It's
And
my
it's about
actual life.
about 100 pages here.
No,
the
it's about-
artwork is very nice.
It's beautiful. Why don't you look at it, Dave?
I'm
I won't
looking
miss
at
you.
it.
I won't miss you. You know,
Three and a
take
quarter.
look.
For
Three and a
this.
quarter,
Three and
Dave.
a
But
quarter.
for you, $2.50. We'll settle up after the show. You got it
I'll
on
just
you?
keep this copy right here.
No, all right. We'll talk about it.
Can I keep this
during the
copy,
break.
Harvey?
Yeah, you can have that copy. You want me to
That's very
autograph
generous.
it for you, Dave?
Yeah, would you mind?
All right, sure.
Harvey will autograph the magazine, and then
Get
we'll
the
come.
camera down here. I happen to have a pen here. It's a U.S. government pen. I hope nobody turns me in.
We'll be right back with Harvey Pekar, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, welcome back to the program. Harvey Pekar is with us tomorrow.
Dave, I got an
Peter
inspiration.
Scolari will be here, and
Peter
herpetologist Jack Cover. He's from the National Aquarium in Baltimore.
Ooh,
we're having trouble with gnats again.
This is what we're talking about. It's counterpoint.
They're swarming.
This is
Paul, get me some off, will you?
It's counterpoint.
Yes, Harvey.
Listen, Dave, I noticed you looking at that one story. I hope you look at that. That's the GE show. You remember that? That was a real memorable moment in TV. I enjoyed it. Did you? Anyway, I wanted to ask you, listen, we're getting into it, Dave. Just keep me out for another 10 minutes. Anyway, I wanted to ask you why on that
I'm just
night.
praying for a terrorist.
Dave,
Do we have any kind of dissident in the audience who can?
This is your house.
Anyone with a weapon who could just...
This is your house, Dave. You should treat me well. You've got this delusion that this is your house. Why don't you treat me well? Be a nice host, you know? You think you own the RCA building? Treat me well, Dave. Anyway, I'm serious. I wanted to ask you why, when I started to talk about GE
Is Harvey's
that
nurse in the green room?
Dave, come on.
It may be time for the medication. See
Dave,
if it isn't time.
You're a cop-out, man. Now, wait a minute. I want to ask you, man, why
Let me show you something. Watch this. Watch this, Harvey.
Wait a minute. Why you defended G? I thought that was really dumb because, you know, it made you look like a shill for G, and I was really surprised to hear you do that. I'd like...
First of all, Harvey, what you're saying is not true. Second of all, this is not the place to say it. No, and if you want to continue talking about this,
Dave,
go somewhere else, because we're not going to talk about it on the show. Harvey, one, Harvey, one, you're wrong. What you're saying is wrong.
I said you looked like. I didn't say you were.
What you're saying is wrong, Harvey.
Here's your pen. I said it looked like you were shit. That's why I don't understand, because you wanted laughs that night, and I got you your laughs. See, I had it planned. I figured if I
Harvey, you've never planned anything in your life.
No, that's what you're wrong.
What did you plan? Your wardrobe?
Dave, look. Yeah, I planned it. It's color coordinated.
Yes,
I'm wearing a pair of $75 shoes, and I'm very hurt because you didn't, compliment me on it. These are the Rockport Walkers, Dave. These are in.
No, those are nice.
Glad? Huh?
Yeah, those are nice.
All right, Dave.
Did you get those free with your subscription to Field and Stream?
Don't worry, Dave. I won't come back unless you really ask me.
No, you're not coming back at all, Harvey, because we've given you many chances to come on this show and talk about things that we thought would be of general interest to people, and also to promote your little Mickey Mouse magazine here, your little newsletter, your little clubhouse fun and rainy day fun for boys and girls, your little weekly reader deal here.
Dave,
and you've blown every single chance you've had, Harvey. Every single chance.
So
you're
what?
not coming back.
Dave, I was a file clerk.
You're a dork, Harvey. Relax.
I was a file clerk before I knew you. I'll be a file clerk after. And
now,
you're a dork.
I'd like to apologize to Cleveland now.
Dorks and bad.
So it's Pittsburgh and Cleveland. You have my deepest, most heartfelt apology. Oh, now that's... We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Who's next? Oh, what? Look. I have a fistful of comedy right here in my left hand, kids. It's dumb ads. Paul, do we have music for dumb ads?
Yes, I do. Original composition. Dumb
Original music for dumb ads.
Turn this mic on. Dumb ads. Those crazy ads. Those cuckoo ads. You know the rest.
Geez, I thought we were going to do dumb ads tomorrow night, but it looks like we have some time here tonight, so we'll... yeah, we'll do them for you tonight. Yeah. These dumb ads. Oh, look, here's an ad for something called Cheesy and Easy. Sounds like mean nicknames for the Landers sisters, doesn't it? You want Harvey back? Here's an ad that says, scratch Cher's stomach and see what you get. Oh yeah, you scratch Cher's stomach and see what you get. it's me, isn't it, Paul? I need therapy, don't I? I need some kind of counseling, don't I?
No, it wasn't you this time.
Wasn't me this time. We're still on. It's one of those 90-minute shows we do periodically. Nice to see you. Have a good trip. I'd like to thank most of my guests for being here tonight. Tomorrow on the program from the National Aquarium in Baltimore, Jack Cover will be here, and actor Peter Scolari from the Newhart Show. Have a nice evening, folks. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, Darlene. Thank you, boys. Very nice. Wow. That was great. You're in trouble, Harvey. Tough to follow that.
I'm gonna get paid, ain't I?
Yeah, everybody gets paid.
Well,
just
that's
relax.
the reason I'm here, man.
Darlene Love, that was great.
Wasn't it great?
Well, let's have more of that. Can we have that like once a week? Why don't you think about a peppy tune now and then? You come out, you sing a little peppy song, and some
I never thought about that, Dave. Now I'll start thinking about it.
By day, our next guest is a mild-mannered VA file clerk, but by night, he turns into the writer of this comic book right here, American Splendor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cleveland's favorite son, Harvey Pekar. Hey, Harvey! Nice to see you, Harvey. You know, you've been gone like 8, 9 years or something. We had a fight, we had a falling out, a misunderstanding. All that's behind us. I'm genuinely happy to see you back.
Really?
Yeah. And you know something else? You had me in one of your comic books.
I had you in about 3 of them.
Yeah. I saw the one, I guess it was the last show, when you and I exchanged words and you hit the road. I loved it. It was great. It was one of the few times I can recall being factually, accurately quoted by any kind of publication. You had it word for word.
That's right. I'm meticulous.
Yeah, it was great. And I don't. So what I'm saying is, can you put me in another one of your little comic books? Can I be in another?
I'm working on one, Dave.
Will I be in it?
Yeah, you'll be in it.
Great. Harvey, you're supposed to.
You got about 3 minutes, man. What are you putting me on? It's really late, you know.
I'm sorry.
But I'm going to get paid, right?
Everybody gets paid.
Well, I mean, you're departing completely from what the guy, you know, with the. Was worked on.
He may not have been with the show.
No, don't give me that, man.
Could have been a guy just trying to meet you at your room.
Don't give me that.
Now, Harvey,
let's trying to put one over on me, Dave?
Now, you were supposed to be here a couple of weeks ago. We ran out of time.
That's
My
right,
apologies.
Dave.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You don't have to. I like to relish your apology for a second while You don't have to apologize because, you know, like I say, I'm here not to talk to you, but to make money. And if I could, you know, and I got booked to come on again, and I'm making more money, and that's the name of the game. And as a matter of fact, I made even more money. You don't have to, you know, let me just tell you this. I made it because we don't have much time for your
Harvey,
comments.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I see you.
I'm kidding.
No, I know. Well, you know, I know about what you said about your fans. They're like professional wrestling fans. You know, I agree. Anyway, you're just proving my point. No, I actually got a whole bunch of T-shirts and junk like that.
We gave you some T-shirts because we were
as a consolation prize, right? And my wife was able.
Your wife, Irene?
Oh. What about, you know about Irene?
Is it Irene?
No, this is Joyce. No, we're talking about Joyce. Joyce, yeah. My wife, Joyce.
Harvey.
My wife, Joyce.
Looked at me there for a second like your heart actually stopped. I'm sorry.
No, man.
I know, you're just goofing around.
I'm playing around.
We're trying to have some fun,
I'm trying
of
to,
course.
come on, you know.
Exactly. Harvey, how are things in Cleveland?
That's a real $15 million question, Dave.
It's the Midwest. It's the heartland, sort of.
Yes, that's right. But what aspect of Cleveland life are you particularly interested in, Dave? You used to be a staff meteorologist in Indiana. Would you be interested in the climate, climatic changes? What are you interested in?
Well,
unemployment situation, perhaps?
I was interested in the snow, when you have the lake snow, the lake effect snow.
The lake effect, we have a lake effect there,
yeah. Right there on Erie, isn't it?
Yeah, Lake Erie. It's up there.
How do people treat you in Cleveland?
Flatlands, are you away from the...
Are you like a hero? Are you like a folk hero? Are you a blue-collar kind of hero to the folks in Cleveland?
No, I'm a blue-collar hero to the people in Los Angeles, where I'm known as the blue-collar Mark Twain. But the people in Cleveland...
You're known as the blue-collar Mark Twain?
That's right. That's what Variety called me.
That's high praise. Now, do you...
It's praise indeed,
do you like the writings and the work and the life and times of Samuel Clemens?
Mark Twain, a.k.a. Mark Twain.
Just like being on Jeopardy, isn't it, Harvey?
It's great. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. As a matter of fact, I do. Although I specialize in writing about George Ade,
from Indiana, Hoosier writer,
one of the great Hoosier writers.
Ben-Hur.
I'm big on those.
Lou Wallace wrote Ben-Hur.
And Theodore Dreiser. We had this conversation years ago, but it's
fun, isn't it?
The good ones never die.
Well, Harvey, the air is crackling with good conversation tonight.
Yes. Well, by your standards, yeah.
Well, yeah, for me. I'm lucky if I can handle a knock joke, Harvey. You're pretty much dealing with a chimp here tonight, aren't you? Are we finished yet with her?
We'll be right back. That's what it says.
That's my job, all right? I don't come to where you work and knock the pen out of your hand.
You're so territorial. Why are you so territorial?
We'll be right back. Harvey, I'm driving a lady up to Westport. Go along with me, okay? Come on.
I got to stick with Irene.
All right. Have a good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Our next guest is a favorite of ours, but for some reason we have not had him on the brand new show just yet. Here is a copy of the autobiographical comic book which chronicles his life. Ladies and gentlemen, he's out here, isn't he? Please welcome one of the sweetest guys I know, Harvey Pekar. Harvey, how are you? Nice to see you, Harvey. Welcome to the show. Harvey, thanks for getting all fixed up for the program tonight.
You know, I'm getting $25 for this, Dave.
For what?
That's
what is
why
that?
This paper, I write for this paper. They give me $25 to, wear it. So I'm wearing it backward, It was either that or, turn around.
Well, what a hip guy.
Yeah,
but Harvey,
you like that?
Strictly speaking, is that legal to be taking money for advertising on somebody else's show?
I don't know.
I mean, that revenue should go to CBS.
Well, let them come after me, That's all right. Also, John Lindesmith, you owe me $10 for naming you on TV here, mentioning your name on national TV. I'll see you Monday. We'll straighten out. If you don't have the money, we can wait till payday, all right? It's all right. John, you remember that? I made that deal a long time ago.
It's certainly a red letter day in his life.
Yeah, it is.
Harvey, how have you been? How are things? I tell you what, let's just begin here with this is the new edition of, what do you call this, American Splendor?
Yes, Dave. It's probably news to you, but that's what it's called.
Right. And tell people what they will find in here. I notice you have a cover, a picture of yourself right here in the middle.
That's right.
And then who is this here?
That's my wife, Joyce.
Right. And who is this up here, Harvey?
Looks like you, Dave.
Oh, yeah, it's a dead ringer for me.
Well, I think it captures the interview pretty well, You like that, Dave?
And what is the story in the comic book there?
It's called A Step Out of the Nest. It's about a trip I made to New York about over a year ago. I was supposed to be on your show, but I got bumped because Barry Manilow was on.
Right. Well, you can understand
I heard
that.
about that. Yeah, I can understand it, Dave. You got to make a buck.
And you were supposed to be here, I understand, this time on your birthday, and then we had to change things around a little bit. When was your birthday?
October the 8th, Dave.
Oh, so that's been a while, hasn't it? Well, happy birthday.
Well, thanks.
How old are you?
I'm 54.
You know, you look like you're in pretty good shape for a guy 54 years old.
Yeah.
I'm
about 8 years older than you.
I'm 47, so
I knew. I
7 years
predicted
old.
this.
Predicted what?
The first time I was on, I said you look worse than me then, and the gap's been widening. You look nonplussed, Dave. Nonplussed.
You know, Harvey, I don't have any false impressions of how I look.
No, I didn't say that.
I've seen myself in the mirror almost every day for 47 years.
Well, it's a fact.
I know I'm not winning awards for how I look.
Yeah.
But dear God in heaven, I do look much better than you.
Do you believe that?
Oh, yeah. No, look.
You can't believe that, man. Look. You just got the...
Oh, Harvey.
You got your audience
right
out
there, Harvey. You're weasel-like. Come on.
What are you talking about? You're all full of wrinkles. Your skin connected with wrinkles, man. It's like your wrinkles connected with skin.
Harvey, let's go on to another topic now.
Well, you don't find that appetizing?
Let's talk about other things in your life. I know in addition to writing the American Splendor.
This is a comic book for Dark Horse Comics. I want to mention that. Not that it'll mean something to the Dark Horse people, and like it'll show them I'm on their side. Okay. Also,
do they want that, Harvey?
Yeah, they want it.
They want you on their side.
They want me on the, and they want you on it. They like the publicity. I did a cartoon for this. This is a Slim Gaillard album on Verve Records. I did a cartoon for the liner, liner notes. Yeah, okay.
All right.
I like people.
You're also taken very seriously as a jazz
yes, I am.
critic.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
How long have you enjoyed jazz? All your life? You grew up with jazz?
Not all my life.
Is there a jazz community in Cleveland where you work?
A jazz community?
Yeah.
What do you mean jazz? There are people that like jazz there, and they're jazz musicians.
But is it a hotbed of jazz? Are there jazz clubs?
I wouldn't say it was a hotbed, David. No, it's not a hotbed. No, I wouldn't say that. That's a good word.
So then born of what is your interest in jazz?
Oh, I like the music. I listen to it. I like it. It's...
You know who's good? You know who I really like is that Kenny G. You listen to him?
He's all right. I'm not going to knock Kenny G. Well, what's funny about Kenny G?
I don't know.
It sounds like you're...
No, I said I like Kenny G, and I thought maybe you'd have an opinion.
I like him, too. He's fine.
Yeah. And are you still working at the Veterans Administration?
I'm still working at the VA
Tell people
hospital.
what you do there at the Veterans
Administration. I'm a file clerk, Dave. Yeah. Hey, Paul, what do you mean, nutball? What do you come up with?
Excuse me?
Come on, man.
It's lovely to see you.
God, Paul, I thought you were on my side.
No, of course I am.
Harvey?
Thank you, Paul.
You're a lovely nutball.
Oh, Paul.
Harvey, Paul is better looking than you are.
Well, I don't know about that.
Letterman has more contempt for you than I do. Don't kid yourself. Think about that. He compared you to a professional wrestling audience.
Harvey,
Think about that. He really does, and I have a lot of contempt for you, but he has even more.
Harvey,
believe it.
There's nobody left out there.
What do you think I am, Ray Charles?
So now, tell me about a movie. There's talk of making a movie out of your life. I know there was a play about your life.
Yeah, right. Based on my, my comic book story.
Yeah. Did you like the play? Were you pleased with the work?
It was fine. Dan Castellaneta was in it.
And what about the film?
Well, I'm hoping to sign an option pretty soon.
Yeah. So that'd be a lot of money for you. You could be
it's not a lot of money, Dave.
Yeah.
Not by your standards. I'm coming out here making $25 for this, $10 for mentioning the guy's name. We can't all make, $15 million a year like you, but I'm trying to, piece it together. A little here, a little there. The lawyer's getting more for the option than I am. They told me to talk about it.
Harvey,
Harvey,
if you were better looking, you'd make a lot more money.
I don't say I'm good looking. I just say I'm better looking than you.
Who will play you in the movie?
Would you like a shot at it?
No, I'm serious.
Let's give the people a strong dose of reality.
Who would play you in the movie, do you
I don't have any idea, man. Whoever they want to play me.
Yeah. Who would you like to play you in the film?
I don't care, man. As long as I get paid.
Yeah.
I'd like it to be a nice movie, but, if I get paid, it's cool, you know.
Danny DeVito. I see Danny DeVito as you.
Would that
You know what you told me once?
What'd I tell
You
you?
can attack me if you want to, but the fans will be, the audience will be on my side because it's my show, right? And no, Danny DeVito, I don't care. He's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah.
He could play.
Are you
He's
having
played
fun
a
in
lot
New
of-
York City, Harvey?
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
What
You know,
else do
after
you-
this, it'll be even better.
Oh, fine.
This is the Nader, Dan.
Oh, no, really?
Dan.
You called me Dan.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Harvey.
I confuse you with Dan Quayle. I'm sorry. I don't know
Confuse
what
me
I was
with Dan
thinking of.
Quayle. Well, that's very
Another
nice. Thank
Hoosier,
you.
you know.
We have to pause here. We'll be right back with Harvey Pekar. I want to thank everybody who was on the program tonight. Heather Locklear and, of course, Travis Tritt. You ever watch The Melrose Place?
No, I don't, man.
Tomorrow on the show, Jeff Goldblum will be here, Sonic Youth, and James Carville. Now, Harvey, if you ever come back, and I'm not saying that you will, just a little tip for you if you're going to be on talk shows, you got to have something to talk about. You didn't really say anything.
Well, you don't say anything either. This is a nowhere show, man.
I asked you a lot of questions, and you just...
I didn't give you the
You're doing, look, you're shrugging, like that.
So what?
That's not the attitude of a winner. That's not what we're looking for, Harvey.
Who gives a damn?
What kind of... I'm beginning to question your heart. Do you have the heart? Do you want it? How bad do you want it, I'm saying to myself?
What are you, New Rocky or something? Get out of here. You're talking like an idiot, man.
Good night, everybody.
Worldwide Pants.